Hello, my name is Lisa Funk Smith. I would like to tell you about the family business that was in my family for some 47 years. My grandmother, Aveda Leaf, purchased a flower shop from Virginia Keller in 1958. The name of that flower shop was Virginia's Flowers. The first location was at North Walnut Street here in Olney, Illinois. There is a parking lot at that location today. My grandmother would later purchase a house at 312 West Main Street here in Olney that would become the flower shop known as Virginia's Flowers. I'm not aware of when the house on Main Street was purchased. My mother, Karen Funk, would start working for my grandmother around 1961 after her and my father, Guy Funk, were married. My brother Wally and I would be raised growing up in the flower shop, and we would have lots of fun going every day into the flower shop. In 1968, they were adding on a front part that would become the display area, and my grandfather, Robert Bob Leaf, would have a heart attack and pass while the remodeling was taking place. I was 4 at the time. About the age of 16, I would start working for my grandmother, and I would become the delivery driver. And later, I would become the one that did the billing. At first, I'd have to do the billing by hand, but later, my grandmother would purchase a computer, and we would go to Chicago, Illinois for 3 days and have training to do billing on the computer, and that would become my job until the day the flower shop was closed. When my children, Whitney, Joshua, and Nicole, were born, they would be raised in the flower shop and become part of the family business. And later on, they would start working in the flower shop. My daughter, Whitney, was part of the family business the day that we closed the doors. My grandmother's health would start declining in the year 2002, and we would discuss closing the doors in 2004. So we moved my grandmother in with my parents in December of 2004 because of her health problems, and we would close the door to the family business known as Virginia's Flowers after 47 years on January 5th, 2005. Virginia's Flowers was a well-known business here in Olney, and many people knew my grandmother and my mother, and yet today people come up to me and ask me if I'm Aveda Leaf's granddaughter. I lost my grandmother Aveda in September 2006, and I lost my mother just this June of this year to a house fire. I miss those days of working side by side with my grandmother and my mother at the family business known as Virginia's Flowers. It was a joy to work with my family, and we became very, very close. I was close to my grandmother and my mother. And Virginia's Flowers was a well-known business here in the town of Olney. I would like to thank you today for letting me discuss with you and tell you a little bit about the family business. Thank you.